While headlines touted America First, John Paulson reveals the unexpected losers and hidden beneficiaries of Trump's trade policies. Will these policies create new economic giants or widen the wealth gap? This is the financial reality that no one else is talking about. John Paulson, a well-known investor, has shared his thoughts on Trump's trade policies, and it's important to understand what he thinks because these policies affect everyone, from big companies to regular people. Trump's approach was centered around the idea of bringing jobs back to America and protecting American industries. Also, certain financial strategies might have profited from the market changes caused by the trade policies, but this was more like a gamble than a sure thing. However, this short-term boost came with serious risks. Paulson points out that while some American industries might have benefited from these tariffs, others suffered. For example, companies that rely on imported materials to make their products faced higher costs. This could lead to higher prices for consumers or lower profits for the companies. Globalization, which is the way countries have become more connected through trade, was threatened by these policies. Soros likely would have pointed out that these policies went against the idea of an open society. He has often spoken about the importance of international cooperation and free trade. Trade wars can create uncertainty and instability, making it harder for businesses to invest and grow. They can also harm developing countries, which rely on trade to improve their economies. Protectionism, the idea of protecting domestic industries from foreign competition, can sound good in theory, but it often leads to negative consequences. One of the biggest concerns is the potential for economic nationalism to turn into something more dangerous. When countries focus too much on their own interests, it can lead to conflicts and even wars. Soros has consistently advocated for human rights and social justice, and trade wars can undermine these values by creating economic hardship and inequality. The focus shifts away from global governance and towards individual national interests. The long-term effects of Trump's trade policies are still being felt today. Supply chains are still adjusting, and businesses are still trying to figure out how to navigate the new trade landscape. Market volatility remains a concern, and the potential for further trade disputes is always present. While some industries may have benefited in the short term, the overall impact on the global economy is likely to be negative. The rise of economic nationalism and populism, fueled in part by these trade policies, continues to pose a challenge to international cooperation. These trade policies also highlighted issues related to fair trade versus free trade. The question of whether tariffs ultimately help or hinder job creation in domestic industries remains a complex debate. The role of international institutions like the World Trade Organization in resolving trade disputes also became a central point of discussion. Many questions remain unanswered about the true consequences of these policies. Did the benefits to certain sectors outweigh the harm to others? What will be the long-term impact on international relations and global stability? These are topics that require further research and analysis beyond what we could cover here. If you found this analysis helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on similar videos.